have a designated space that you always do your work and studying in? Or do you tend to migrate to different zones depending on what the subject or the task is? And what is the optimal space to study in? Stay tuned. Hi, it's Bev, the Learning Coach, and I want to talk about study spaces. What is the ideal study space? I get a lot of feedback from parents and people asking me for help because they've set up this beautiful desk or beautiful study area for their child or their teen, and they end up studying in the kitchen or under the tree or on the stairs. So where should you be studying? And the answer is, it entirely depends on the individual. Some people have to be in a quiet, secluded space, away from everybody, away from any distractions in order to be able to concentrate and study. And other people feel like the loneliest person in the world and are at risk of being distracted by themselves and their squirrel mind if they are secluded for too long. Also, some people prefer to change spots and they work in different areas depending on the kind of task. So if they're having to do hard, focused, analytical thinking, they might need to work at their desk in their room. But if they're learning vocabulary, they might be like a grade 6 student of mine a number of years ago, always learned her Afrikaans vocab on the stairs. She had a little system of going down a stair every time she remembered, and it worked brilliantly. Sometimes university students find they're suffering from cabin fever, so they go and have a study session in the library where it's quiet, but everyone around them is working, so there's nothing else to do but work, but they don't feel isolated and lonely. Some people find it nice to go outside and do a task like remembering life sciences diagrams and labels outside in the garden where they're surrounded by the stuff that they're studying. There are, however, some cardinal rules that should be followed when finding a space to study in. And the first is lighting. You're not a bat. You're not a mole. You need to see not just your work, but to actually have a little bit of light around so it doesn't become depressing and gloomy. The second is that it needs to be well ventilated. You need oxygen to breathe to stay alive, and your brain needs oxygen too. And thirdly, posture. You need to be able to sit comfortably with an upright spine. Your spinal cord is connected to your brain, the neurons all go down there as well. So if you are sitting in a hunch or a slouch or curled up in a ball, you're not thinking as clearly. Don't kid yourself that you can lie down and study. You can't, you're just having a really bad nap. So rather, have a power nap, set your alarm, sleep for 20 minutes, wake up, stretch, have some water, and then study for another half hour. So yeah, if you're one of those people that needs to mix it up and choose your different zones, and parents, if you have a child who needs to study in different zones, don't stress, don't flap. They need to. But, teenager, I'm talking to you. You can't study in the TV room with the TV on in the background. You're not studying. You're just wasting your life away. Rather, watch the TV program, just one episode of the Netflix, and then go and study. And then when you have a break, watch a bit more. That means you're getting some nice TV in, if it's on the weekend, and some good studying in. I hope that clears up some of the questions around where should I be studying, and for parents, where should my child be studying. But please, please, please be absolutely honest with yourself. Don't kid yourself that you're studying when you're just having a really bad nap, or that you're studying where you're just not really watching a TV program properly. Rather, study properly in an area that's conducive to your brain, and then take a break and do the cool thing properly. Follow us for more great tips. And if you're in grades 4, 5 and 6 or 7, 8 and 9, sign up now for our Study Skills Workshop series starting this Saturday.